Ariaria.
Hey guys, I am back with another part of my VSG journey, and today we're going to talk about surgery day. I am officially 7 days post op. I had my VSG surgery Monday, March 20th, 2023, and to sum up how I'm feeling, how I have been feeling for these last 7 days, is pretty much like,
I'm fighting for my life.
yeah, like that. So it's a very difficult recovery for me. I have had surgery in the past, and I haven't had problems with my surgery in the past, but this one took the cake. The recovery is a lot worse than what I thought it was going to be. So, surgery day, I went in. They got me all prepped up. Um, I did have to take a lot of medication prior to surgery, which was interesting for me. I took some oral medications. I got like 2 or 3 different shots of different stuff. I didn't record or I didn't film or anything, so I don't have all the very specifics. But I had to take like a Novolux shot for a blood thinner. I had to take one other shot. I forgot what that one was for, and a bunch of oral medications for recovery, pain medicines and stuff that was going to supposed to help for recovery afterwards. Um, they put the machines on my legs that they use now instead of compression socks. They used to put you in compression socks, but now they use these machines that massage your legs and keep your circulation going, and that's to prevent blood clots. They got those on me. Someone came in and told me that she was going to give the anesthesiologist was oh, the anesthesiologist was so nice. She was so sweet. Oh my goodness, she was wonderful, and she told me she was giving me a little something. And next thing you know, I woke up. I was in a recovery room. I woke up. I came in like a wrecking ball. I couldn't believe the amount of pain I was in. The pressure from all the gas that they pump into your chest for the surgery. I know people say it. I heard people say it. I've done my research. Everyone talks about the gas pain, but let me be the one to tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. If they didn't put enough on it, let me be the one putting enough on it. The gas pain is immobilizing. It's unreal. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. Like, you're just feeling so much pressure and pain and uncomfortability. It was just a mess for me, y'all. It was a mess. I normally have a high pain tolerance and I'm good. I normally go to my surgeries by myself, but baby, I had to call my mama. I had to call Big Shelly. We'll need to come on in here because something ain't right. I feel like I'm going to the upper room. I don't know what was going on, but it was really difficult for me. The first day I was in and out a lot. I was in and out a lot. I slept a lot. I'm one of those people that if I'm in pain, I prefer to sleep. I slept a lot. So my first day, I didn't get in much fluids. They want you to sip fluids basically constantly. Constantly, they want you to sip fluids. They just want you to keep sipping fluids. But mind you, at this time, you are still connected to an IV as well. So I'm connected to the IV, and they still wanted me to constantly sip fluids. That didn't happen. I was so uncomfortable. I was in so much pain. I wasn't sipping anything. I slept. I slept a lot of the time. I remember in and out interacting with the nurses minimally, but not much. They would wake me up to administer medications. I would take my medications and I would go directly back to sleep. So I was supposed to get discharged the next day, but spoiler alert, that didn't happen because the nurse literally said to me, her exact words were, "You don't look like somebody who's ready to go home." So they kept me an extra night because I had to regulate my pain meds. They had to get me to where I could start taking more fluids in so that I could stay sufficiently hydrated. And that took a day in itself. I just did not feel up to drinking anything. Truth be told, I still don't. I really don't. They say sipping, but that's not. It's just so hard to explain to y'all. Like, they're like, oh, sipping. You thinking, oh, it's sip. No, like, everything hurts. It hurts. Like, swallowing it, a sip of water felt like I was swallowing pebbles. Like, it was just so uncomfortable. It hurt so bad. It was a whole mess, y'all. My hospital experience was not the best. If I have the clip, I started filming for like 1 minute of me just trying to get some footage in the hospital for y'all, like where I was actually at the hospital. But um, damn near mid filming, I just stopped talking. I just stopped. It just cuts off because I just couldn't do it. I was just so uncomfortable. It just didn't make any sense to me, y'all. So I said I will only film if anything significant happens, and y'all, I was not ready. As y'all can see, looking a mess, feeling a mess. It is. I was not anticipating this. Like really, like this has been the hardest 24 hours of my life. The pain, the gas pain. I know everyone talks about it, but I don't think they're like, y'all don't get it. It's so, the pain, the nausea, it's so hard, y'all. It really is. Like, I know if this wasn't about my health and my sleep apnea and stuff, I don't know how much of this I could take. It's hard, y'all. I'll film a little bit more and tell y'all about. So I was there from Monday to Wednesday. I had a hard recovery. It got a lot easier once my cousin who had the surgeries told me to tell them to give me popsicles. Once they started giving me popsicles, my life changed. It was so much easier for me to get my fluids that way through sugar-free popsicles. That's what I did. That's what I'm still doing. I eat a lot of popsicles because that's one of the only ways I was able to get hydration. So I had a horrid hospital stay. I did not care for my hospital stay very much at all. My IV came out, and once it came out, I was asleep. So I didn't know that it came out. So it came out of my vein, but was still in my hand. So the fluids that was coming from my IV were going directly into my tissue. My hand blew up, y'all. It was like up to here just with fluids that was going in from the IV, but going into my tissue instead of my vein. That happened. What helped with the gas pain a lot is once I got up and started walking around a little bit, I got out of breath, and so I like stopped and squatted down because I wasn't close to a chair or the hospital bed or anything at the time. And when I stood up, I felt the gas literally go from the bottom to the top, and I instantly belched. So that felt good. And so I did it again and dropped down and stood back up, and I just felt the gas just keep coming up. And I did that until it wouldn't do it anymore, and that relieved a lot of the gas pain for me. So that may help somebody, I don't know, but let me let you know, if you was in as much pain as I was, try to drop down and get your Eagle on, girl, because that got that gas going. It went from the bottom to the top. So go ahead and drop it low, girl, if you want to get some of that gas pain out. So that happened. I did get discharged on the third day, which was Wednesday. Um, I'm going to do another video about how I feel like my aftercare was handled and how I feel like my care was in the hospital. But just essentially, in the hospital, I was fine. I got good care in the hospital. But my aftercare was not happy with. Y'all going to want to stick around for that video. It might be a fight video because when I go to this appointment on Thursday, my follow-up appointment, I might punch Julie in the face, but that's my business. It might be y'all business if I film it. I mean, when I get out of the jail, I'll post it up. But you really have to vet your bariatric staff, not just your doctor, the whole staff. But I'm going to do a separate video about that. I'm going to give that to y'all on Thursday when I leave my bariatric appointment, because I'm going to film while I'm there, because I got some words for Julie, because the way she's talking to me in this Mac chart, super condescending, super disrespectful, unempathetic. I'm going to leave that for another video. But all in all, my surgery was a success. The recovery is hard. I am on Oxycontin still for pain, plus Tylenol, extra strength. I am on Prilosec for acid reflux. I have a stool softener, and I also have a nausea pill that I'm taking. So that's everything I'm taking right now. They don't have me taking the bariatric multivitamins or calcium or anything like that right now. We'll discuss that at my follow-up appointment, which is going to be Thursday the 30th. So I haven't really talked to anybody on my medical team besides Julie very inappropriately messaging me on my chart at 8:57 on a Sunday night. Again, I'll get into that. So, surgery went well. I don't feel well at all. It took a lot. I've been wanting to give you guys this video, but I couldn't get it together. And I'm not just about to just hop on the screen looking crazy. Just, it's just not my style. It already, my leave out is already being disrespectful, and that's about as crazy as I'm going to get on here. But I don't feel well. I don't. Sleeping is difficult. Sitting is difficult. Drinking is difficult. And I don't know that I've heard anybody else say this, but I'm hungry. I'm still hungry. I don't know how much of my stomach they've taken out, which is again going to be in my aftercare video. I don't feel like they gave me a lot of information or pretty much any information. I do have 5 incisions. I want to insert a picture of my incisions. I don't know which one my stomach came out of. I don't know, you know what I mean? Basically, just any of the specifics about my incisions. There are 5 of them. I usually see people with 4, so I do want some information about that. They didn't provide me with any of that. I'm going to get all of that information for on Thursday, and I'll come back and give you guys another video, but I will insert the pictures of what my incisions look like. I don't have sutures. I have the purple suture, like super glue, I guess you could call it, because they're glued shut. So I kind of like that. I'd rather have them glued together than suture, because then you don't get that Frankenstein scar, that stitches scar. So they are glued up. They don't hurt so much right now, but this is day 7, and they are still sore. They do still bother me, and maybe they don't hurt right now because I'm a little high. I took an oxy a couple hours ago, so maybe that's why they don't hurt right now. But it's very uncomfortable. Drinking is hard. It's very uncomfortable. They say that they want you to get in 64 ounces of fluids a day. Man, quit playing with me. Quit playing. Like that. Come on, man. Like they need to really be like, if you're going to be anything, be fucking for real. Like 64 ounces of water after you just had this surgery, be fucking for real. Like if I can get in 30 to 40 ounces, that's a good thing. That's doing well. So it's still hard to drink. I am hungry. Like I haven't heard anyone say that they were hungry, but I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. Today marks 14 days since I've had any food. I haven't had any food in 14 days. I am hungry, or I don't know if my stomach is just telling me I'm hungry, if my brain is telling me I'm hungry. I don't know, but I feel hungry. I feel hunger pains. Like when I'm cooking for my family, or if I order food for my family and I smell food, I'm hungry. Nothing about this surgery stops me from being hungry or wanting to eat. So I don't know, but that's a whole nother struggle of this. But so far, I am not happy. I hope that, you know what I mean, my decision changes once I start to see some results. But as of right now, I'm not happy at all. I very much have regrets. It's really painful. It's really uncomfortable. Everything is difficult. Sleeping is difficult. Eating is difficult. Moving around is difficult. Everything is difficult. You know, and of course I knew it wasn't going to be easy. Of course, it's a life-changing surgery. I get it, but I would be a bold-faced lie to sit here and tell you I'm just sitting here. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. I'm not. I am uncomfortable. I am in pain. I am inconvenienced. It's a lot. But about the sleep apnea being gone and about my pre-diabetes being rectified, that's why I did it. So that's what I'm going to focus on. So for physically, as far as my surgery, it went well. My surgery did go well, but how I'm feeling, nah, 0 stars. Would not recommend. Very much ghetto. Don't like it. So the other thing that I wanted to address, I think, was just my weight. And when I started my liquid diet on the 13th of March, I was 264 pounds. When I went into surgery, 1 week later on the 20th, I was 254 pounds, and I am currently 246 pounds. So I lost weight on the liquid diet, and I've lost weight since I've been home. But of course, I lost weight not eating. Like there's so many revelations that come to you once you get the surgery, that you do your research and you hear people saying it, but it doesn't like make sense, or doesn't, you don't get to put the pieces together. So when people are saying, "Oh, I stalled," of course you stalled. You was only losing weight because you couldn't eat. You couldn't eat. You weren't getting a sufficient amount of calories. You weren't getting a sufficient amount of nutrients. Of course you stalled, because now your body is regulating. If your body didn't stall, I would think something was wrong. I would be scared if I didn't stall. Because at the end of the day, we haven't eaten. You have a liquid diet prior to, you have a liquid diet afterwards. So yeah, you're going to drop 20 pounds. Yeah, you're going to drop maybe more than 20 pounds. But once you're able to start eating and getting calories and getting nutrients, of course you're going to stall. Of course you're going to probably gain weight. If you didn't gain weight, I would think something is wrong. Because how do you go from not eating at all and you're living off a very small caloric, a very small caloric intake? Of course you're going to lose weight. So once you start upping your calories and once you start upping your nutrients, of course you're going to stall. Of course you're going to gain weight. Like, that's how weight works. This surgery is not magic. It's not going to change anything. The laws of caloric intake and nutritional values and things still apply. So when people say, "Oh, I stalled," I bet. I bet you weren't eating and now you are eating. That's what happens. Like, so once your body is able to regulate, that's when the stall breaks. "Oh, I did this to break my stall. I did that to break my stall." I'm going to have to see that happen for myself, that you did anything specifically to break your stall, because your stall broke because your body regulated. Your body now is like, okay, this is what a normal amount of calories, or what an average amount of calories is going to be for me. This is what I'm functioning off of. Boom. And then once you cut those things like carbs and sugars and things like that, that's when you can start losing that weight again. But once you go from no food and being in a caloric deficit, of course you're going to lose weight. So once you're no longer in that caloric deficit, then of course you're going to starve. Of course you're going to lose weight. I mean, of course we're going to gain weight. That's just how it goes. But I digress. Don't let me get started, because I'm a baby to this whole thing. I get it. But for me, it just makes sense, because I'm like, okay, this weight's coming off, but I'm not impressed by that. Of course the weight's coming off. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking Gatorade. I can do the protein shakes barely, just barely. I can maybe drink a protein shake a day, and that's good for me, just to get the 30 grams of protein in my system. But of course, yeah, I'm losing weight. But some of this gonna come back. Out of this, maybe 20 I lose altogether, it's gonna come back, because once I started eating and incorporating calories back into my diet, then of course it's going to either stall the weight loss and or make you gain weight. So I'm excited to see how the journey goes. I'm still excited, because I want to drop this weight so that my health gets a lot better. But as of right now, I'm just not a happy camper, and this is just me being completely 100% honest with you guys, and really like bringing you on my journey completely the whole way, because uh, I'm gonna leave it here. So I just want to thank you guys for going on my journey with me. If there's anything specifically you want me to answer, because I was kind of flying through this, I didn't want the video to be too long, so I was kind of flying through this. If there's anything specifically that you wanted me to cover about surgery day, I'll be glad to go into details. Leave me a comment below. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. Leave a positive comment. Leave a negative one. We'll see what happens. But all engagement is good engagement as far as I'm concerned. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to follow my journey, if you want to see the journey from someone's perspective who's going to be 100% real with you guys every step of the way, and you want to use this for perspective. So come ahead, follow me, subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in my next one.